So, what would you like to be when you grow up?
An astronaut.
Why is that? Do you have a special interest in space?
Yes. I want to get as far away from everyone else as possible.
Hello. A few minutes ago, I had an interesting and quite upsetting experience in town. For any non-UK viewers, town means the middle of town or the middle of the city. I dread going there during certain times because it's full of people, which makes me sound like a dreadful misanthrope. Yes, people can be annoying, but if I truly hated them, I wouldn't be involved in politics, I wouldn't care about the world, and I wouldn't make these videos. So anyway, the episode I'm about to describe wouldn't have happened if I wasn't autistic. A few minutes into my journey, I spotted an acquaintance about 30 metres away. I didn't want to speak to them because I just wanted to do what I needed to do in town, and also because I knew the conversation would make me even more tired than I already was, and I probably would have said something stupid anyway. See how I overanalyse? Since realising I'm autistic, I've given myself permission to spend lots of time on my own without feeling guilty. However, if I had spoken to my acquaintance, I wouldn't have literally bumped into the person a few minutes later who caused me to make this video. I had to go to the bank to change a couple of standing orders. I was already stressed because of the amount of people in the street, and being in the queue just added to that stress. Finally, I did what I needed to do, and then I was out in the busy street again. I remembered that I needed to buy an anniversary card for my wife, so I made my way to the nearby card shop. That's where it all went wrong. I turned left to walk into the shop, but my path was blocked by a man who had stopped to talk to his young son. I walked behind the man, much closer to him than he or I would have liked, and as I walked into the shop, I shook my head in exaggerated slow-mo to convey my annoyance. I was in the shop when the man called after me. "Oi, mate, don't shake your head at me. You walk behind me." I just looked at him and didn't know what to say. He looked at me. It was a staring contest for a few seconds. Then he carried on, and I went into the shop to buy an anniversary card. I think the man was rude, but I wasn't completely blameless. He had blocked me getting into the shop, and I was already stressed, but I could have been more patient. I could have walked round him, but I probably still would have done that head-shaking thing, which I reflected afterwards is as much about regulating myself as it is about conveying my annoyance. I expect the man was still annoyed a few minutes later, but has since moved on. Quite literally. I doubt he would have challenged me if I wasn't so small and so autistic. Also, I was wearing a baseball cap, which makes me look younger. I'm more annoyed about myself than I am about him. He was just talking to his son. I just wanted to get out of that space, and this momentary blockage just tipped me over the edge. The meekest edge tip in the world. I didn't have a meltdown. I didn't swear. I didn't show any indication of violence. I just shook my head, and that has led to this video about what is a pathetically insignificant episode. However, I hope the details and what I've just said give an insight into my autistic mind. I hope it will teach me to be more patient. I hate busy spaces, but I also hate annoying people, even if I feel that they annoyed me in the first place. So, mate, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I annoyed you. You were just talking to your son, and I'm sorry that I saw you as a bollard in that moment. Thank you for listening, and take care.